we don't promote positive and ownership of your company. I'm making it cool to be smart.
What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. It's cool to be smart. On today's episode, we're gonna be talking about rich homies Quan cause of death revealed. Let's talk about it. So the coroner's office released the cause of death for the late rapper rich homie Quan, Atlanta's own, the Type of Way artist. Numerous drugs were found in rich homie Quan's system. They found everything from fentanyl, alprazolam, codeine, promethazine, and THC. THC don't belong in that, but fentanyl, alprazolam, codeine, and promethazine. There were no signs of any type of trauma, blunt force trauma, anything like that. So it's definitely being ruled an accidental overdose. Now, what can we learn from this, man? Stop with the drugs. That is a lot of drugs to put in somebody's system at once. The fentanyl alone was deadly, but just with alprazolam, codeine, and promethazine, that's a lot. You mixing fentanyl with alprazolam with codeine and promethazine. That's a lot of drugs to put in your system, man. And you know, his body just couldn't process that amount of toxins that's in your body. You just slowing down your heart too much. You know what I mean? Then that fentanyl is deadly on top of that. You know, popping these pills, they getting pressed up, they getting cut with fentanyl. It's just time to leave that stuff alone, man. Like, transition to peace, rich homie Quan. I feel like this could have been prevented. You feel what I mean? We gotta stop pushing the drug culture. Rich homie Quan should still be here, man. You doing that level of drugs, that's not a good thing. Okay? It is not a good thing to do that level of drugs. It really isn't. Salute to, you know, everybody out there pushing a different message, you know what I mean, in regards to no drug use. Okay, so transition to peace to rich homie Quan, man. Definitely one of them greats, man. I hate to hear this, you know what I mean. I hate to hear how he was found unresponsive with food still in his mouth, and heart probably just gave out on him after, you know, doing that level of drugs, man. Like I said, that's a lot of substances to put in your body. Y'all gotta understand what you doing, man. You know what I mean? You taking time off your life every time you doing stuff like that, and you taking a risk. You know what I'm saying? You taking a risk. You taking a risk with the pill pop and stuff. If you're not getting it immediately over, you know, not over the counter, but if you're not getting it from the pharmacist, right? And you shouldn't be doing that stuff anyway, guys. You need to fast. Intermittent fasting, right? Or just regular fasting, right? Get on a good structured diet, you know, whether it's just a good high protein, low carb diet, you know, complex carbs, but fasting is the way. Intermittent fasting, man. Make sure y'all drinking enough water, right? Get you some exercise, some sunlight in every day. These are all things that are necessary for life function, okay? But them drugs, they put you on a low vibration and a low state of mind, right? Once you're in a low state of mind and you on that low vibrational, anything that's operating in that low vibration is gonna have an effect on you, man. So you gotta know what you're doing and how you moving. Okay, it's cool to take care of yourself, just like Dame Dash. I got that. It's cool to be smart from Dame Dash. Just like it's cool to be smart, it's cool to take care of yourself. It's cool to live to be old. It's cool to have a long life and live a happy life. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to be high off life. You know, and I'm not finna tell you not to smoke the tree, cause I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say nah, don't smoke no weed neither. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, if you gonna do anything, make sure you offsetting it, and you really don't need to do it at all, man. Leave the drink alone. Leave the pills alone. You know what I'm saying? And if any of you guys out there playing with y'all nose, leave that alone. Like, just leave the drugs alone, man. Get you on a nice, disciplined, strict diet. I promise you, your whole life will be different. You'll be thinking different and moving different and being different. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the vibration that you're going to be on, you'll be on a whole different wavelength. Your mind won't even be thinking the same, bro. I promise. You know what I mean? You're gonna just be operating on a much higher frequency. It's cool to be disciplined, man. Transition in peace to rich homie Quan, man. You see what I'm saying? It's only thing we can do is learn from these types of situations, man. That lifestyle that was being pushed. Think about this last generation of lifestyle that just been pushed. It's been the heavy drug users and the heavy killers and shooters. Think about that. That's the culture that's really been pushed probably for like the last 5 years. Heavy drug usage and killers. That's really who they've been like putting in our face. So you gotta understand that when you see a Kodak Black spazzing out on drugs, or you know, we hear about the rich homie Quans and you know what's going on with him, or just all the other guys that be talking about their drug habits and the drug problems they be having. This ain't like this something new, like this new to hip hop or new to the rap community. This stuff been going on, right? Cause that culture been getting pushed. You know what I'm saying? You know, Wayne is one of the GOATs, but he definitely was a part of pushing that drug culture. Heavy, I'm a pill popping animal, syrup sipping, I'm so high you couldn't catch me with an antenna. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And that ain't no knock on Wayne. Hey, I'm a Wayne. I love Wayne just like everybody else. But I'm just saying, as a grown man, when you evaluate it now, you like, man, this was just a whole culture that was getting pushed. Doing drugs and being violent. And not being able to communicate properly. And not being able to, you know what I mean, articulate yourself properly. Or not being able to, you know what I mean, have the discipline to say, you know what, I'm good, I'm not doing that, I'm going a different way. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to make sure I'm in good shape. You know what I mean? Some beef come my way. If it got to go that way, it's going to go that way. But I'm okay with talking it out or walking away. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's killer music. How many hats you got? How many M's you got? How much dope you doing? You know what I mean? Not even selling. It's how much you doing. You know what I mean? So it's just time for that culture to be done with, because it's a toxic aspect of the culture. Heavy drug usage is not good in any shape or form. There's no way to make it sound exotic. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did a good job of making the poison sound exotic. Oh, I'm on this and this and this. That's not cool. You see how Gucci Man turned out now? Look at Gucci Man now. He would tell you he wish he never did drugs like that. You know what I mean? Like it threw off his whole life. And you know, now that he done cleaned up and got to where he is, you see where that's going. You know what I mean? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Transition in peace, rich homie Quan, man. It's the guy who's being there TV. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.